welcome to Pink with an Egyptian. I'm your girl Pink Isis, and on this channel we learn, we thrive, we teach, we grow, and we become the best versions of ourselves on this channel. Today's video will be 5 reasons why you should never beg for love. Are we ready to learn? So today we're going to leave with the notion of 5 reasons why you should never beg for love and how you can truly love yourself to where you're not even expecting anything from anyone, okay? So are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, let's get into it. Number 1, your standards. What are your standards? Do we have standards? Do we need to set standards? What are your standards? Because whatever your standards are, that's where you should be dating. So if your standards are you only want to date a man that makes 6 figures, no children, that's healthy, loves spoiling you, that's honest, but works a lot, whatever the case is, whatever your standards are acceptable to you. You place those standards in your life for a reason, because that's what aligns with your truth and that's what aligns with you, and that's perfectly fine. You never have to adjust your standards. You never have to change your standards, but you definitely have to make sure that you have standards, because without standards, you will literally accept anything, and that's not acceptable. There are too many beautiful queens, beautiful goddesses, beautiful women that are accepting less because they don't know their worth. Your standards help you to identify your worth. Your standards help you to identify the parts in you that you deserve. So what is it that you want? And when you're setting your standards, make sure you're being honest with yourself. Don't reflect back on the past things that you've accepted. Think back on everything that you want. What is it that will truly make you happy? Think about it without guilt, without putting others into your standards, because other people can quickly make you question your standards when theirs are not where yours are. Focus on what it is that you want. What are your needs? Do you want someone that's consistent with you? Do you want someone that doesn't work too much and always has enough time for you? However, they make 3 times the amount that you make? Do you want someone who lives on the other side of the world that you only get to see maybe 4 times a month because you don't really want a lovey-dovey relationship? What is it that you want? Whatever your standards are, set them and adhere to them. Adhere to them. And that's going to be a quick sign on how you will know who's here for you and who is not. Because the people that are not sent, divinely sent by God for you, they're never going to be able to adhere to your standards. It's always going to be an issue with your standards. They're always going to tell you that you need to adjust or recorrect something that you're doing to make them feel more comfortable. What is it that you want? They have to meet you where you are. And unfortunately, in this day and age, we settle so much. We settle so much because deep down, we feel like nobody could actually adhere to our standards, or no one could actually meet us where we are in regards to our standards. But I'm here to tell you, they most definitely can. And if there is a man in your life that is telling you that your standards are too high or they're impossible, it's impossible for you to meet someone. I literally had a guy one day tell me, your standards are lit, but is that possible? I'm just like, is it possible? Baby, you just don't know. Got a condo on my wrist, I'm cashing out. Listen, I'm not. But seriously, they need to meet you where you are. You don't need to lower your standards. Women are meant to be chased. That's a part of earth, literally. Women were placed here to be chased by men. And it's not just to be chased in a crazy way. Women were meant to be courted, to loved, to be adored. A woman is one of the most high value prized possessions on earth. Men are as well. But to a man, a woman is a very high value prized possession. So if a woman is a very high value prized possession to a man, don't you think that a man that's for you will work for you? Don't you think that a man that's for you will wait? Don't you think a man that's for you is going to be for you and he's not going to change? Don't you think if God created you and instilled in you the morals and the values that he has instilled in you, don't you think that he also created someone else that has the same morals and values or similar morals and values? Don't you believe that if God has given you this vision for your life and he has given you this vision for your love life, that he's giving you this vision because there is someone out here who can fulfill that for you? You have to believe. Stop adjusting your standards. Stop questioning yourself. Stop thinking that you need to do anything different on your end, or you need to be somebody different for what it is that you want. Because whatever is for you will always find its way to you. You're never going to be too much for the man or woman that's for you. You're never going to do too much for the man or woman or opportunity that's for you. What's for you is for you. But do not adjust your standards. Do not lower your standards. And don't question yourself. You know your worth, and you set those standards for a reason. Keep it moving. Next, never repeat your needs more than once. Don't ever repeat your needs more than once. And most of the time, if you're dealing with a correct man, the one that was a godly man, the one that was divinely sent from God to you, you're not even going to repeat it once. But sometimes we do have to say it. We do have to say it, you know, because we got to remember, everybody does not read minds. That's number one. Everybody don't read minds. That's number one. Number two, you can't expect someone to know exactly what you want and need without you saying it. Sometimes we can show individuals, but that doesn't work for everyone. So say your needs, but don't ever repeat your needs more than once. Because a man that truly loves you, a man that truly wants you, is going to take mental notes on those needs. He's going to listen to you exactly when you're talking. He's going to pay attention to the things you like, the foods you like, the things that he says that you like, and the things that he says and you don't like. He's going to pay attention to how you act when he compliments certain parts of your body, your personality, and he's going to see. A man who truly loves you and truly wants to invest in you, he's going to be invested in every aspect of you. And he's going to be paying attention from day one. So you're not going to have to repeat yourself more than once. And when you tell him something or you show him something that you like or you're wanting, he's going to do it. And I'm not even talking about extravagant gifts, because that's another thing. They do cash out. But you're never going to have to repeat your wants or your needs more than once. He's going to take heed to it. He's going to make the appropriate corrections. And he's going to do what he needs to do for you. If you are the lady that he truly has to know your worth and add tax. 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 Period. Know your worth and add tax. So when I say know your worth, this is what I mean. You want to date with the guy, and to a common scenario, like it's a lot of men out here who are established and a lot of men who are doing pretty good. But for some reason, there's also a lot of men out here who are not established and who like to front and flex a little bit. So let's say you go on a date with one of the flexers, okay? You go on a date with him. He done took you to a nice fancy restaurant because, again, set your standards. If you know you like restaurants, if you know you don't want Benihana's and you want something a little bit more expensive, set that. You know, if you know you want to be wined and dined and you want to go to a restaurant that got waterfalls and angels and stuff hanging from the ceiling, set it. Say it. Put it out there, and that's what you will receive, period. Don't ever dumb yourself down, because remember, when you are being dated or being courted, men are trying to impress you. What is it that you want, period? But let's say you go on a date with one of these flexers, and, you know, he done flexed, and he's telling you that he trying to get on his stuff. He got money in the bank. Still trying to find a way in life, and he got a roommate. But that was one of your standards, that you will not date a guy that has a roommate. So what do? You tell him, well, you know what? I do appreciate the date. You seem like a really cool guy, but I'm not really looking for anyone that has any roommates. I'm looking for someone that is established, or at least where I am. And he tells you, what, Mom? What? You're not going to find none of this out here? Everybody I know got roommates. Look at all these people in this restaurant. Most of them got roommates. You're not going to find that. I mean, I think that's a little crazy. Now he's trying to gaslight you and manipulate you. So that goes back to what I said. Know your worth and add tax, period. Because what that one won't do, there is a million that will do it. And if he's telling you that your standards are too high because you don't want to date somebody that has a roommate, or you don't want to date someone that does not align with your standards, that's your right. That's your choice. That's your voice. You can do that. But he's telling you right now, he ain't the one sent from you. First of all, God's not going to send you somebody that doesn't align with your basic needs and wants when it comes down to standards. He's not going to do it. Now, what happens is a lot of times before we receive what we want in a relationship or a partner, there's always a test. And there's a test in any area of our life. Love, relationships, health, career, whatever. There's always a test before you receive what you want. So are you going to actually lower your standards for this person? No. Are you going to add tax? Okay, so guess what? Now, I not only want a man that doesn't have roommates, but now I want my man to have a mortgage. He needs to have his own place. He needs to be a business owner. He needs to stack your cookies up. That's what you do. When the devil tries to play with you and make you feel like you're not worthy of what it is you want, step your cookies up and add tax, and you will be surprised at the individuals that God sends your way. You will be surprised at the opportunities that open up for you when you stop settling with your standards. You stop allowing the devil to play with you and make you feel like you're not worthy of love, and you accept God, you love God, and you love yourself. He will literally send you boatloads of people that align with your standards. So now your situation switches from being able to find a man who aligns with your standards. Now your situation has switched to which man do I pick? Because I got a whole line of them that aligns with my standards. Who do I choose? God, which one is the one for me? That's how those conversations switch up and they change up. However, that conversation can't switch up and they can't change up unless you adhere to your standards. What is your worth? Know your worth, keep your standards intact, and add tax, period. Remember, I was watching a snippet of Steve Harvey. I love Steve Harvey, y'all. And one thing that Steve Harvey said was, you're expensive. He said, so when a man approaches you, a man wants to talk to you, he already has in his head what he wants. He already has in his head what he's willing to do. And it's up to you if you're going to really try that man. It's up to you if you're really going to get what that man, everything that man has to offer you. Are you going to be the chase, or are you going to let him get it instantly? Which one is it that you want to do? But whatever you pick, men don't mind paying. And you are expensive. Literally. You're expensive. Period. And don't ever forget. Lastly, whatever it is, whatever your standards is, I don't care if you got a standard that says I only date multimillionaires. And I'm going to give you guys a trick too. If you are trying to level up your love life and you're trying to level up the individuals that's coming your way, and you feel like you've leveled up yourself enough, and you still finding the same individuals coming your way in different bodies, only millionaires flow to me. In reference to my love life, only millionaires flow to me. Only healthy, happy, successful millionaires flow into my love life. Only healthy, happy, successful millionaires that love spending money on me, that love showering me with expensive, luxurious gifts. Start saying those affirmations too. That's going to help level up your energy. It's going to help shift you onto a different energetic timeline where you can get everything that you want. Period. But whatever it is that you want in reference to your standards, know that it's out there. And if you can envision it and see it in your head, it's because it's meant for you. It's because it's there. So all you have to do is make the steps to go forward. Are you going to accept the past, or are you going to welcome the new? Are you going to step out the box and find something new? It's up to you. But don't ever allow anyone to talk you into thinking that your standards are too high. Don't ever let anyone talk you into thinking you need to lower your standards or you're not worth what your standards are. The reason why you have standards is because that's your inner child and that inner voice, your intuitive voice telling you who you are and that you need to align yourself with standards. You're worth far more than gold. You're precious and you are expensive. Don't allow anybody to breadcrumb you or shortchange you, because that's what happens when you don't know your standards and you don't know your worth. You will constantly be breadcrumbed. You will constantly be shortchanged. You will constantly be played with. You will constantly be disrespected. You will constantly be loved incorrectly because you don't know your worth. Know your worth, add tax, and don't ever adjust your standards. Period. So that is all that I have for you guys today. If the video resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, please make sure that you like and subscribe. And if you guys are feeling generous and would like to leave a tip, I have my tip jar listed in the description below. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.